Hi YouTube, this video is a response to Terminator786 video debunking my claims about Adam Deen's claims about evolution. Here you can see my video, and here you can see Mega's response. The video is also about online censorship. We'll see that Adam Deen does censor, and it's a path I hope he turns back from. We don't want the same allegations made against his former TV channel to apply to him. Now, one of the first points made against me in Mega's video is that I call Adam dishonest. This is what I actually said. It's either bad scholarship for not reading the article, or it's simply dishonest. It's one of the two. Notice the phrase either in that sentence? It seems Mega was not paying attention. But notice the very personal and ad hominem attacks made on me though. Mega uses phrases such as paranoid, desperate, hypocrite, idiocy, lying. Now, let's assume Adam did not make or collaborate in this video, and the use of phrases such as 786 at the end of both names is certainly suspicious, sure, but let's just ignore that. Let's assume he has no involvement. One might wonder why he doesn't remove Mega's videos. After all, he said that he doesn't like slanderous terms, and more importantly, it has clips of his blog, so it's a breach of copyright. And we know that Adam doesn't like people breaching his copyright. He removed my video. So assuming he didn't get permission or didn't collaborate in any way, Adam, you might think, would be consistent. But of course, we shouldn't necessarily expect consistency from the other side. When I showed shots of Adam's blog, he used it as an excuse to have my video pulled. When I re-edited it, I still showed the links to Adam's blog so people could read it for themselves, yet Mega's video accuses me of assuming that my viewers won't do that. But when Adam criticises me on his blog, he provides no link to my material. I'm simply a certain atheist. Mega simply assumes I don't want my audience to see my opponent's material, but go onto Adam's blog and you will see there is evidence that Adam doesn't want his opponent's material to be seen. Now, next we are told that Adam Deen doesn't deny evolution. Well, even if he doesn't, the main accusation in my video was that of quote mining evolutionists to make it look like they are casting doubt on evolution, when in fact they support it. So whether he denies evolution or not is irrelevant. What he implies to his audience is what is relevant. But is it really correct to say that Adam doesn't deny evolution? What Mega hasn't told you is that Adam has re-edited his article several times, but an early version appears on the Ummah forum, and we can show shots of it. Here we see Adam's quote. You're probably familiar with it if you see my earlier video. Either Osama rejects the inerrancy of the Quran, or he rejects the idea that man evolved from apes. Now, what of the point that Deen says he's agnostic on evolution? Well, if Adam wants to be inconsistent, we're not surprised. The fact is that this is the message he has put out to the Muslim community, and he has issued no retraction. Now, on to the point that Adam allows my criticism on his blog, and hence the claim of censorship is unjustified. This is appalling logic. Allowing a limited amount of criticism but having a critical video banned does not mean that you don't censor. Yes, he allowed a few comments of mine to go up, but anyone that puts comments on Adam's blog will know that all comments are vetted by Adam. And while some of my comments were allowed, others were not. To see evidence of this, click on the blog, go onto the article about Stephen Hawking, and notice my replies have several parts. I put them 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3, and on the blog you will only see 2 and 3. Part 1 never made it past Adam's vetting procedures. Perhaps that's why Adam was nowhere to be seen when I informed him that a public forum was the appropriate place for a debate, and I posted on the Bad Science forum and informed him of the fact. He did not come to defend his views. Maybe because he can't control the content of the debate there. So I have a challenge for Adam, post your article on any science forum you like, but one where you don't get to pre-approve the comments. And let's see what reception you get. The responders on Bad Science Forum were universally critical of Adam. Not one poster came to his defence. Perhaps that's why Adam prefers the live debate forum format to an online debate. But Adam doesn't often stick around to explain his views on forums, as we can see here. And even on Muslim forum, the same criticism is made. As you can see, Muzzy Logic wrote, "How about Adam Deen reposts a thread that was already deleted by the moderation team for being cut, paste and run, having been warned numerous times to stop doing this." And this is on a Muslim forum. Now if we go back to the Bad Science forum, we can see that I'm not alone in having my comments deleted. And we can see more comments that were deleted here. In fact, in this example, the said commentator was so used to having his comments deleted, he predicted it. Here you'll see an archive version of Adam Deen's YouTube site, as a debate was starting between Adam and his critics. This eventually included Brendan Larvor, the humanist mathematician. This is what the site now looks like. All the comments have been deleted. What's interesting here is that Brendan Larvor, that debated Adam in a London mosque, was trumpeted as evidence that Muslims were open to debate. Yet now his and other criticisms have been deleted by Adam. Other critics have also been blocked. All of my comments on Adam Deen's debate with Brendan Larvor were also deleted. And let's see what happens when I try and post here. And you can see that comments were blocked. Now, yes, it's true the MDI set up a debate, but I'm not accusing them of censoring me. I'm accusing Adam of censoring me. The video claims Adam never states that scientists are not evolutionists. If we read, for example, the Wikipedia entry on quote mining, not only do we see that the definition does not require explicit statements, we see it's defined here as quoting an authority on the subject out of context in order to misrepresent the authority as supporting some position. But it gets better. What does Wikipedia show as a prime example of quote mining? Yes, it's quoting Stephen Jay Gould as implying the fossils don't support evolution, as you can see here. Gould is very clear. We have excellent examples of transitions to support evolution, and in particular human evolution. And who else did Adam quote? David Raup, who we see here most certainly does believe the fossils support evolution. But let's just tally out some statements here. If you go to Adam's comment section, there's a statement, and I quote, "Of course, I have selected those scientists whose views seem to coincide with mine." And Adam's views are seen here. Humans were created by God, much as a potter makes a statue. Adam Deen also says about evolution, it remains much disputed amongst the very biologist experts we'd expect to know best. Much disputed? Really? No. The biological experts he quoted do not dispute evolution. They do not dispute macroevolution. They do not dispute human evolution. And if Adam accepts this, what's the relevance of quoting them? Even if he's claiming he's agnostic on evolution, these scientists are not. So no, Adam, their views do not coincide with yours. And it's not just me that thinks, for example, that his use of the quote by Mark Ridley is a textbook case of quote mining. We can see here. Now Mega asks, how do I know Adam doesn't want you to see the full quote from Mark Ridley? Well, Adam wrote the article and he left this next sentence out. Now if this next sentence was not extremely important, not highly relevant, this might be an unfair criticism. But of course this sentence is extremely important. It's highly relevant. But okay, there is the possibility that Adam never read the article, that he simply copied it and pasted it. Certainly the accusation has been made against him of doing exactly this by other Muslims. But if he did that, if he did copy and paste, and he didn't read the article, then of course the accusation of bad scholarship must stand. As I said in my original video, it's either dishonesty or bad scholarship. Now, yes, it's true, Ridley's article does not use the exact words "we don't need the fossils." I'm paraphrasing. Anyone who actually reads the article will see that this is exactly what Ridley is arguing. Next we have the claim that Darwin may have thought that the fossils were a potential problem for his theory in 1859. He clearly didn't think they were a fatal flaw, but this is about as relevant as saying Einstein denied the universe was expanding when it was first proposed. The outdated opinions of even great scientists are not relevant in science. Perhaps theists base their idea on the opinions of authority figures from the past, but science works on data presented in the peer-reviewed literature now. That literature shows human evolution is confirmed by the data, and I challenge Adam to accept the findings presented here in Nature, or show us a later reference in a similarly cited journal that shows the opposite conclusion, especially as he claims he wants to reconcile science with faith. Now, we next come on to Stephen Jay Gould. The defence used by Mega is that Gould is shown admitted to being an evolutionist. As it says, there is also a dispute internally amongst scientists about the theory itself. But Adam has said he accepts microevolution but finds human and macroevolution contentious. But Stephen Jay Gould clearly states human and macroevolution are facts, something you wouldn't know from reading Adam's blog. The next sentence by Deen is key here. The real wealth of theist and non-theist scientists from top institutions who find fault with macroevolution. But Stephen Jay Gould and other scientists quoted, or should I say misquoted, do not find fault with macroevolution. Now in the next section of the video I'm asked to attack John Lennox. Perhaps Lennox's book is worthy of similar criticism, but you'll forgive me if I restrict my criticism to works I've actually read. Something I encourage all sides in the debate to do. Adam should defend his own views and not appeal to the authority of a mathematician. Another interesting fact is that Adam has admitted I was right about Karl Popper, the philosopher who Deen claimed doubted the testability of evolution. And if we compare the version on the UNMA forum to the current one on his website, you'll see he has deleted all references to Popper in the new version. Now, there's nothing wrong with this if one makes it clear to one's audience that's what's been done. Any reputable publisher posts corrections and retractions when they make mistakes, perhaps because they're concerned for their reputation. Adam Deen shows no such concern. There is no retraction, no correction printed. Another claim is that I'm trading off the famous name of Adam Deen to make a reputation for myself. But Adam had a lecture tour entitled The Dawkins Delusions. See any irony here? The most ridiculous section of Mega's video is when he attacks my video before the Big Bang. Now I was keen to see what he would say because I had the contents of this video checked by 3 independent professional cosmologists, including from the blog Cosmic Variance, described as undoubtedly the most popular blog written by physicists. Mega claims I want you to think that cosmologist John Barrow is an atheist. In fact, I made no such claim and no such implication. I claimed only that John Barrow does not agree the Big Bang is necessarily the ultimate beginning, a claim made by many Muslim apologists, including Adam Deen. Barrow's views on religion here are irrelevant. Scientific papers don't generally mention their authors' religious views, so if I'm misquoting, so are they. Furthermore, does Adam Deen tell his audience that the scientists he quotes are not generally Muslims? Or is it that Mega just doesn't understand what a misquote is? I claim very specifically some theists make this claim, not all. Please check my video before the Big Bang and see for yourself how utterly baseless this and all the other claims made on Mega's video are. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your support in fighting online censorship.